Welcome everybody to a fun and different video. Today we are taking a look at a comparison between three very similar LEGO Harry Potter sets. Now, if you do want to see more in-depth detail on these sets, I do have reviews for them on my channel, except for this dusty one here. I just recently reviewed this one, and I reviewed this one when it came out in June. So if you want to see more detail, because I'm just going to be going over vague similarities and differences in this video. So just to go ahead and show you what contenders we have. From 2002, we have Escape from Privet Drive. This was a Chamber of Secrets base set with the Ford Anglia, and it retailed for $30. In 2020, we got For Privet Drive, which is another Chamber of Secrets based set. My sister added this rebrickable Aunt Marge, not really part of the set, but I wanted to show it because she's pretty proud of it. Anyway, so this set originally came out at $80, and it's kind of funny because now the used price is $36 and brand new in box is $65. So our new age LEGO Harry Potter has not held value very well whatsoever, though that's not why I collect it, so I guess I don't care. And then coming in at our brand new 2025 set, we have Privet Drive, Aunt Marge's Visit, and this is a set based off of The Prisoner of Azkaban. And let me see the price here. It is a $90 set, so we've gone up considerably from our very first rendition. And I do apologize, I don't have a Ford Anglia that's actually here, but this one came with a Ford Anglia. I'm also missing the Ron. It's part of my sister's collection. She's got that somewhere else, I believe, and so it didn't make it into this review, but nonetheless, it's not going to stop us from reviewing these sets today. Before we get into it, I guess we can show off the accessories, and then we'll show the houses themselves. All right, original Privet Drive. I'm going to all call them Privet Drive so I'm not confusing myself, but 2002 Privet Drive came with a really nice Ford Anglia with a fun little play feature loop in the back. I think this car is really, really good for its time period, and so I have nothing bad to say about it. Our 2020 version also did come with a Ford Anglia, and it is the more modified version. To be totally honest, since I don't actually have it in front of me, I'm not sure how much it differs from the newer Ford Anglias we have gotten since, and I was too lazy to go and get one from my room because I didn't want it to be the incorrect representation. I'd rather just post a picture here. So that is that. We also have a Privet Drive sign that comes with our 2020 version, so that is a nice, fun accessory you can set at, I guess, in front of the house or off to the side, however you want to do it. And then for our 2025 model, we have another Privet Drive sign, though this one is a little bit larger with the lamppost attached as well. Each set comes with, I think for the time, a decent amount of minifigures. Most certainly what wins is our 2020 set in terms of minifigures included. I am missing Ron, but I think for the time it came with quite a few minifigures. So I do want to at least compare the similar ones that we have. And then, because again, we won't go too much detail into them. All right, here we have our Harrys, of course expected in every single one of these sets. Again, two are from the Chamber of Secrets, one is from the Prisoner of Azkaban, so give it some leeway in terms of costume, but fun. It's so funny that these are supposed to be the same age Harrys, but obviously you can tell the time difference between 2002 and 2020 is pretty insane, and then just a pretty standard Azkaban Harry Potter. And then we have Ronald Weasley's, and again, it's pretty different. At least the outfits on these ones, these are supposed to be from the same book, and their outfits are very, very different, but we've seen this, at least the newer Ron, quite a few times at this point, so he's nothing super special. Here we have our Vernon Dursleys, and I really, really like the 2002 Vernon Dursley. There's something about him. I feel like his hair coloring is totally off compared to the other two, but he's very, very quaint to me. And then I do think that the newest Vernon Dursley is the best, personally. Just between, I mean, he does have a different costume, but like overall, I think his hairstyle and his facial expression look really, really nice. But there's all of them together. Here are the Dudleys. Again, there is going to be a little bit of an age difference, and I honestly like the Chamber of Secrets Dudley more than the Prisoner of Azkaban. Though the outfits look good, I just think that this hair tweet for the back for Dudley looks nice. I don't know. I just like it. Though this hair coloring is a little bit more accurate to the movie. And then we have our Petunias, and the 2020 Petunia, in my opinion, is miles better. Her hair is darker. I think that there's not enough of a difference in her blouse to really be anything special, but that face does so much. And I think that the 2025 one, they really, really gypped us on a good Aunt Marge face. I mean, it's almost worth going and picking up this Aunt Marge head on Bricklink to replace because it just absolutely doesn't look like Petunia. It doesn't look like Petunia at all. It's really disappointing to me that they decided to do that. All right, again, if you want to see these minifigures in more detail and the ones I didn't cover, feel free to check out the reviews. I think that we'll go ahead and kind of review these two and then pitch these two against this one because it's so drastically different, and I'm going to show my bias already, but so much better overall. So we'll set this one kind of off to the corner here and give a look between these. And it is almost not fair to do a comparison because one is 2002 versus 2020, which is incredibly far between in terms of the advancements LEGO has made. So here we are, and again, the coloring is just totally off. We get a tiny section of a 2-story versus a full 2-story facade. Better coloring on the front, though I will note that each of them have a number 4. This door is printed with stickers. This door is just a regular door. I kind of appreciate the old school LEGO door there. And this roof is black, though it looks gray because of dust, and this roof really is gray. So let's flip them around, take a look at the interiors. All right, and 2002's interior really is nothing. You do get a bed under the staircase and a tiny, tiny kitchen and no real sitting room, and Harry's room, there's no real bed to sleep on, so I definitely don't think that this one was winning in terms of interior. Here we just have an open back, we have a staircase which looks nice and fleshed out, and then Harry's room, except for there's nothing else other than the sitting room in Harry's room. And so that's obviously going to be where the main part of this play feature comes in, being Chamber of Secrets. It does look like Harry has a bed under here. There's a door for the staircase. Hard to see, I'm not going to go through it entirely, but I do like the armchairs, and Harry's bed is nice, but that's it. It is literally a sitting room and Harry's bedroom. And so I think that really when they did this new set, they improved greatly upon these things. All right, I'm changing up the rules a little bit. I think we're going to go ahead and put 2002 out of the race, and he's not even worth comparing to this new one because it is so drastically different. But here's our 2025 version. We have a brown roof, and it is definitely a squarer, smaller set in terms of how it looks from the front. They have cut down on this little secondary roof right here, and it looks sort of funny in this 2025 version. I do think that the flowers and stuff are better on this one than on this one. They both do have number 4s, and they both have those little pipes. This one, though, has a big disconnect between the upstairs and the downstairs pipe. All right, and that's where the similarities end, because we have an open-facing house here, and this one is a dollhouse style that hinges, and so we get the back garden, veranda, glass, whatever they're called. I forgot what they're called. One of those. And I think that the back of the house is fully fleshed out, totally closed. You can see Harry's bars that would be in the backyard. And then if we open it up, you can see the interior more in comparison to this one. So overall, each room is smaller in this one versus this one is a little bit larger, but I mean, this one has a lot more rooms and it's more of a house, but this one has some really good fleshed out details. There's a nice walkway. I think the stairs look a lot more elegant. This one almost just looks like ladder stairs, the way that they're made with the gaps. This one just seems more realistic. I like how Harry's room is bigger. Here is Harry's room right here. It's very tiny. And then they even included a bathroom in this new one, and Dudley's larger room. And then we have a small entryway versus a large entryway. The sitting room is smaller and differently colored than in this one. This one definitely has accurate coloring. But of course, we have a kitchen in the new one, and that's very important to this particular scene, as well as, you can see my little doors open there, Harry's under the stairs bedroom. So overall, I definitely think the 2025 one takes the cake just because it has more rooms, more detail, it can close up, though they are different movies, so you could argue that. But when it comes to overall build as well as minifigure selection, in the 2025 one, we are getting never before seen minifigures with Aunt Marge, as well as the Aunt Marge balloon kind of hanging off the screen there. And so I think that 2020 was a good try and definitely an updated version of this one, but 2025 takes the cake for all of them because you can recreate every 4 Privet Drive scene with this new house. They do include a little cake in the kitchen, bars on Harry's window, obviously his under the stairs bed, and then moving even into the Prisoner of Azkaban Aunt Marge scene. So I think that that one is going to be the winner. I think it's pretty assumed that that would be the case overall. This one is just too off for the time, though it is very nostalgic for what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.